Hi, Michael.
Hi, Sandra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're off to Vietnam next week, and I thought
Mhm.
we'd have a little consider as to where we are. So we're going to look at both almonds and cashews, but look at cashews first. Um, really, at this point of the year, we're looking at Christmas is effectively over in terms of shipment.
Yeah,
It's getting pretty close to
pretty
the
much.
end, yeah.
Mhm.
What's happening with the price of cashews?
Well, we've seen prices sort of stabilise, and we saw a lot of the cheaper offers were taken out of the market.
Right,
So we've had a year where raw seed prices have been high.
right.
We have
They kind of started climbing, didn't they?
started climbing, yeah, but we did see cheaper offers sort of in the market every sort of 2 to 3 months,
Yeah.
or 2 months or so.
Particularly from Vietnam. I mean,
Uh-huh.
hardly any pressure from India.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got more domestic demand. In
Yeah.
India. The reason for that really is you've got quite a lot of smaller shippers that have tight cash flow, maybe a couple of weeks.
You simply have to sell, have to turn stock into money.
So the market goes quiet. They've got bank loans against the raw seed.
Yeah.
They need to make some sales, so the market comes down.
Yeah.
Those offers are taken out because buyers like the price. They're happy to lock it in,
Yeah.
and those cheaper offers go. The medium to sort of larger guys have
Mhm.
tended to be pretty stable all the way through.
Right. So they never came down that much. And
Not that much. I mean,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7
Yeah.
cents here or there, but in general. But really, we've seen the price, at least for the last sort of 12 months, it hasn't really gone under 3.30.
Yeah.
So we are in a new sort of.
Yeah, that's the same thing all the way around. Is that basically you could say that there's an underlying currency in the world which is the man hour, and that you have to pay more for that man hour quite considerably. Like if you go back 5 years, 10 years, say, people. I can remember asking another trader, "What do you think the average price was?" And for cashew was 250 for 320s,
Yeah.
right? The average price probably is in the last 3 years more like about 350. I would have thought,
Probably, yeah.
maybe even a bit more. Yeah,
Yeah, if you take 2011 into
yeah. So there's
consideration.
a sort of paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And you can, I suppose, expect some damage to demand if that happens too fast or whatever. I mean, we've got the almonds, which I guess one of the reasons why it's behaving very differently from cashews is that there are no cheap sellers because they're all loaded.
Yeah, you've got 90 or 95% of it's all coming from one place for a start. You've got very rich growers, made good money over the last few years, so they don't have this pressure that we compared to some of the Vietnamese guys.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks. You're talking maybe months of flow
Yeah,
sales.
the market's
so
very much been run by the growers, and
Right,
but of
yeah.
course, they are connected to the rest of the world, and that connection is through importers like ourselves, but also the packers, who are middlemen like us. Maybe some of them have got some of their own plantation or
Yeah.
whatever, but generally speaking, they would probably they will make less money as there's less packing to do.
as there's less, because I'm sure probably getting paid per container that they pack.
Yeah,
So we have seen shipments were down August, September.
yeah,
October is probably going to be down as well. September probably would have been even less if you take out the Dubai situation where there's a whole bunch of stuff that's sitting there.
yeah. There's 80 containers waiting to get sorted there, and 80 containers must be about $30-40 million.
Yeah, could be double that.
Yeah, yeah. And then, just like the banks have got scared of not traders in Dubai, banks in America might be scared of selling to some of these or financing the sales to some of these other destinations.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we saw a report from India, and it does look very, to me, well, it was a very worried market report, but it's worrying when the guy on the street, and it's not like here where you can't change the price for about 6 months, but in India you can change the price overnight. You know,
Yeah.
every guy
It's
knows
more
what's going on
reactive to the
in the market, but the
Mhm.
guys on the market are selling 20-30 cents under the importers, the price that the importers have paid. So you have to wonder, you know, how strong those sales contracts are, and whether we're going to have the same problem over there
Yeah.
when this stuff hits the
Once
deck,
it hits,
you know.
once it comes in, yeah. No, I mean, I think the price. Well, the price did come down a lot about a month ago, and then rebounded 20 odd cents
Yeah.
when there was a bit of traction.
Yeah.
Since we got back from Anuga a week or so ago, there's been very little demand. Prices are again coming off a bit.
Yeah. Well, when we're in Anuga, we were seeing lots. Well, we saw some branches of growth, and you could see that the next year's growth is going to be less bifurcated.
Yeah, that's the worry on the supply side is how big. Well, one is this crop and the next crop. Now that's obviously going to be an issue if shipments don't come off, but they have been coming off. So we may end up in a situation where there's sort of 500 million pounds carryover unless shipments pick up.
Yeah. So well, let's see. They're strong growers, but I don't know if they can control what's happening in the rest of the world as well.
Yeah, it's pretty worrying times. So
and we have,
proceed with caution,
as we'll discuss in the header, huge volatility in the currency, and we have Bruce Curtis hanging around in the background.
Right, yeah.
El Nino.
Yes.
So
Okay. Yeah. So we'll find out what happens then.
Yeah. Take your umbrella.
Yeah.
All right.